is one of the amendments that will be made. The second amendment that will be made will be to the grandfather clause, and there was some concern about the cutoff date there. So everybody will be grandfathered in, and you will not need an advanced practice esthetician license if you received and have an active cosmetology or esthetician license on or before April 30th, 2022.
So my concern is the 250 hours that you're adding, that only 2 schools in Louisiana may be able to provide it.
And I believe it's our understanding that the schools that teach the esthetician program, this was kind of a request from the schools to add hours so that they could do the additional training because the 750 hours wasn't adequate.
I will say that our aesthetics industry suffers greatly already as far as how many schools provide an aesthetics program. We only have 18, okay, and are listed on your website. 19 if you include one that's not. So we already greatly suffer. So no esthetician is no student is gonna go to a school that doesn't provide this 250-hour program. So you're waiting till after the bill is passed. However, if you don't do it prior to, you may not be able to support the students that are looking for this program. In essence, it could shut small schools down. We cannot afford that. We cannot afford small schools to be shut down. So I'm just simply saying that this does not need to be rushed. Please do not rush this. Take your time and realize the snowball effect that it could have on small businesses.
Yes,
Okay.
go ahead.
Kristen Ruel.
Thank you.
My concern was when I was at the board meeting back in November 2019, I actually said, my concern is who is going to instruct the instructors. It was stated that there would be, I think, some kind of seminar program, sponsored seminar program that would be at no charge to the instructors. And a letter would be sent out to estheticians in schools, about this concern, and it would be discussed at the next meeting. I never received a letter, no one else has received a letter, and it was not brought up at that next meeting in December. So I still have big concerns about that.
You're very involved in advanced aesthetics, and I actually got the textbook in the mail. I ordered it from my lady, Advanced Aesthetics. It's like this big. It's a lot. So do you want to address the board?
So my name is Nina Rose. I'm an educator at a school, Aveda, in Hammond. I graduated also from Aveda, but I've worked in dermatology for years. It is lacking our advanced aesthetics in Louisiana, so I'm really excited to see this move forward. I know a lot of our students, whenever it was posted on the Facebook page, were very excited to see that it can be included where financial aid covers it.
This summer will make 17 years that I actually graduated from Aveda. So I am always for education. I own a business also, and I only hire estheticians. It was more, I think I'm coming from a place of I have no position, meaning like I have nothing to lose here. I'm grandfathered in, nor do I want to be a part of a board. I think the biggest thing is the lack of education on the board's part, or whoever is responsible for making these decisions. I watched the floor meeting that this bill was presented, and I was embarrassed. I was humiliated as an esthetician for the lack of knowledge that was given before a House of Representatives. It was made to be almost a joke, and they're presenting it as if it's no big deal. But to thousands of estheticians, it is a big deal. Now to implement an advanced study from educators who have not worked in the field in advanced studies is a problem. Then to teach a course in aesthetics from a cosmetologist who gets 2 weeks of education. Cosmetology gets 2 weeks of aesthetics training. And they're supposed to be teaching this advanced course. And I have to say this because I think 4 members on the board own schools. I'm correct. I hope I don't have to call people out. I believe 4 of you own schools. Y'all are breaking your own bylaw. according to section, I can find it right here. I mean, I shouldn't have to, according to bill or act number 907, June 26, 2001. I agree that everybody, and I feel like this was talked about in 2019, and it wasn't talked about again until 2020, and it was everybody agrees. Well, everybody shouldn't have agreed because 4 of the members own schools, first of all. And there was nothing discussed in the meetings that I could go back and see. So then I wonder, where are you getting your knowledge for the testing also? It was a simple Google search for me. Now that you're pulling out microdermabrasion, you would fail your students when they go take this test on the NIC board. That's required. This is easy. And it's like, I don't know, Mr. Young, I called you not that long ago asking for a school for just aesthetics. This is exactly why that needs to happen.
Thank you very much. And I can tell you that there are actually, we just got 2 applications for people to start schools that are just, well, one of them was just aesthetics.
I was told that was not possible.
They have to have a cosmetology school, they can teach aesthetics, but
But
as you know, there is no such.
The focus of these schools really is aesthetics, so, okay.
The focus can be,
So
but there is no such thing.
by including this advanced studies for students to go back 250 hours, we're the most hours in the country other than 3 others, yes. Most schools are required, I can pull it up, I have it right here, 600 hours, we have 750.
Yeah, I think we looked at the hours and the, what we saw in other states where the advanced aesthetic was much more. So that's why ours is like 250 and not, so others had
But the
300.
part that,
Most other states
but
are
when
450 to
educators,
600.
but my concern is that educators, if they were working in the field as an esthetician to teach aesthetics, they would clearly know that 750 hours is enough hours. So that's where my concern is that 750 hours isn't enough hours, just in the beginning, that should be plenty of hours.